Look, as an operator behind closed doors, I'm talking to a lot of different partners. I'm talking to employees, direct reports, and I'm seeing a lot of fear in some people's eyes. They're worried. They're concerned. Is this real? Some people are really afraid. Market crash. Dow went below 30,000. Will it go below 28? Look where Bitcoin's at. Look what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. Is there going to be a nuclear? What's going on with Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran? This is a little scary. I get it. But at the same time, a climate like this exposes leaders that panic and can't handle these types of situations. But it also discovers leaders who all of a sudden everybody says, oh, that guy makes me feel good. That guy seems very reasonable. I'm going to follow this guy. It's going to discover those types of leaders, and we'll talk about in this video. By the way, if you get value from this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So let's get right into it. Today, what things that people don't see without cameras on in meetings, people don't see when leaders panic. There's a lot of that going on. Anxiety. You just feel anxious being around them. Negative. You feel negative being around them. They just want to kind of stay positive. I just want to stay positive. I don't want us to look at numbers. I don't want us to look at stuff. Just please, can we just stay positive? Can we just stay positive? And they don't have the maturity to say, no, really, we're going through some of this stuff. And this bleeds into other people on their teams, fear, all of that. And next thing you know, everybody's kind of panicking. And nothing good comes out of that happening. Matter of fact, we were having a conversation this morning. I was doing a meeting with Minek, our app is blowing up. And we were having this conversation with the guys. And I said, listen, in war, what happens if we're in war and one of your battle buddies panics and they're constantly panicking about making mistakes? You know what happens when a battle buddy does that in war? People die, okay? Units get killed when someone panics. But in war, when you're in war and things are not going right, there's so many different things going on at the same time. What happens when somebody says, listen, guys, here's what we can't control. Here's what we can't control. Let's go back to what we've trained for and do this. And if we do it right, we can win this little battle that we got going on here. So these types of people get discovered and they become leaders. So for you today, I've gone through 2001 crash. I've gone through 2001, 9/11, 2007, 2008, COVID, all these different things. Iran, I watched my dad, all these different things I've gone through. When I was in Germany at a refugee camp and I'm 11, 12 years old, short term, nothing's going right. Short term, I got cut, stabbed in a fight I got into with an Afghani. I'm an Iranian, he's an Afghani, and there's a little bit of battle there. We got into a fight. So I don't have anything to look forward to. I'm loving living in Germany. I'm having a great time. But what gave me a lot of sanity to overcome the pain wasn't the short-term issues that we're facing living in a refugee camp. It was long-term. We're eventually going to end up in America. And whether that's a year from now, 2 years from now, doesn't matter. Long-term brought me peace. When I'm in Iran and we're going through the war and my dad's like, everything's going to be all right long-term. Short-term, it's going to suck. But long-term, it's going to be great. That feeling of long-term is like, you know what? What a perspective. You're right. You go back to 1982. You know where Dow Jones was in 1982? 900. You know where Dow Jones is at today? 29,000. You know how many times that is? That's 33 times. You know what that means? That means 40 years from now, in 2062, Dow Jones should be around 900,000, give or take. Think about what I just said to you. If we go based on that 40 years, long term, pretty much everything works itself out. However, a leader must know that to bring hope to the team, simultaneously address the real issues that we can do something about, to highlight to the peers and challenge peers to step up and do something about it with a strategy, with a challenge. Then from there, you go out there and execute during times like this with a high level of urgency, very, very much of a hope feeling things are going to work out, but extremely urgent and a bit of paranoia to say, if we don't, we could go out of business. I know all this stuff may be like, that's kind of a bipolar thing, isn't it? It is, but you need both of it, right? You need somebody that's poised, calm, ready, prepared, excited. It's going to be fine. I have faith. I have hope. But at the same time, guys, let's go. We ain't got a lot of time. Let's go. Did you get that stuff in? Did you get that? Let's go get it. We can do it. That mentality needs to be in the right place. Again, we went through this. Every 5 to 10 years, this happens. And every 5 to 10 years, people get exposed. People get discovered. My challenge to you is for the market to discover you as a leader, not as somebody that panics, fears, has anxiety constantly when shit hits the fan. So having said that, if this message gave you value, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to go a little bit deeper into a message like this, watch a video I did 2 years ago. I think it's called The Difference Between Wartime Leaders and Peacetime Leaders. Having said that, have a great day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.